Hello, welcome to Levant TV headlines. Yemeni fighters backed by a Saudi-led coalition mobilized troops, weapons and armoured vehicles to wrest back the whole of Aden from Houthi forces after taking part of the southern port city the previous day. US President Barack Obama and Saudi Arabia's King Salman have discussed the urgent need to end fighting in Yemen hours after Saudi-backed loyalists retook control of Aden airport. Kuwait's public prosecution has demanded the death penalty for 11 of 29 suspects charged over the suicide bombing of a Shiite mosque last month. The United Nations Security Council is likely to vote next week on a resolution to endorse the Iran nuclear deal and terminate targeted sanctions, but retain an arms embargo and ballistic missile technology ban. And US President Barack Obama is sending his defense chief Ashton Carter next week to the Middle East, where he faces the unenviable job of reassuring allies such as Israel that a nuclear deal with Iran will not undermine America's commitment to their security. And now let's have a look at the top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting from the UAE, the Khalij Times leads reporting that major powers clinched a historic deal on Tuesday aimed at ensuring Iran does not obtain the nuclear bomb, opening up Tehran's stricken economy and potentially ending decades of bad blood with the West. The paper also reports that Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan has sent a cable to Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, congratulating him on the historic nuclear agreement, expressing hope that the agreement will contribute to regional security and stability. From Beirut, the Daily Star leads reporting that the Lebanese army has warned traders and shops against selling drones to people without verifying their identities, one day after arresting a militant group operating one in East Lebanon. The paper also reports that a Syrian living near the coastal town of Byblos, north of Beirut, has been arrested for beating her 13-year-old paralyzed stepdaughter to death. The Egypt Independent leads reporting that a popular imam whom for years used to lead a congregation of thousands in prayer during the holy month of Ramadan has been banned by the government for praying for the doom of corrupt media and rulers. The paper also reports that Malaysia's embassy in Cairo has warned the country's expatriate students of fraudulent practices carried out by compatriots with regard to accommodation. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines from papers here in London. The Guardian leads reporting that loyalists of Yemen's exiled president seized more ground in Aden after recapturing an airport held by Iran-backed rebels for 4 months. The offensive, called Operation Golden Arrow, is the first major advance by the loyalists since Houthi rebels entered the port city in March, forcing President Abd-Rabbu Mansour Hadi into exile in neighboring Saudi Arabia. The Telegraph leads reporting that the nuclear deal with Iran caused fury in Israel and consternation around the region at the likely increase in influence and resources of a newly enriched Iran. Israel and Saudi Arabia have set aside old grievances to stand together against the West's engagement with Iran. Also from the UK, the Independent leads reporting that the runaway success of Snapchat's decision to livestream intimate images from Mecca has prompted thousands of Muslims to celebrate the positive portrayal of their religion. Among the thousands of images shared on Twitter, many have commented on how refreshing it has been to see their religion celebrated as Snapchat users experience Islam firsthand. And now international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that US President Barack Obama and Saudi Arabia's King Salman said there was an urgent need to end fighting in Yemen. The two leaders also spoke of the importance of ensuring that assistance can reach Yemenis on all sides of the conflict. And finally, China's Global Times reports that a Syrian hacker residing on the territory of Bulgaria has been revealed by the cybercrime section at the Bulgarian Chief Directorate for Combating Organized Crime. The hacker was a member of the hacker group Middle East Cyber Army, which according to initial data has successfully attacked more than 3,500 websites throughout the world, including those of governments and corporations, by replacing their original content. That was it for today. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching Press Review. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, and bye for now.